Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Clementine Svetanov.
My name is Krasimir Svetanov.
And we are organizer for Insight Seminar in Cyprus.
And for Morning Community.
Yes, that's right.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
And tonight, this is the opportunity for us to tell you a little bit more about the morning community that we're going to start on
Monday, 1st of June.
So next
8 a.m.
Monday, yes, next Monday, we are starting our new global morning community, 30 days.
Why it's global? Because we're going to have people from Lithuania, from United Kingdom, from Italy, from Germany, from Switzerland, from Bulgaria, from Cyprus, from Limassol, from Nicosia, from Kuklia, from everywhere.
And we're going also to have a lot of different coaches coming from different countries.
Well, let me say about them.
Yes.
So we have 10 coaches, guys. 10 coaches, okay? We have 6 coaches, which they're going to run the monthly program from Monday to Saturday from 8 o'clock in the morning, and all the sessions, they're going to be recorded in case you get lazy and you sleep or you are busy with your job. We have 4 exclusive guests. Let me start with Peter Sage. He is a top trainer, and he have his own program. He have his own academy for coaching. He is a top coach of Tony Robbins. We start also with Alan, who is a top coach of Tony Robbins. We have
also Mark Anastasi, and Mark Anastasi is the author also of the bestseller The Laptop Millionaire, and he's also writing a lot of alternative medicine book.
Around 30 books he writes, yes?
Yes, around 30 books.
And we have a special lady. Her name is Pavlina Papaluca, and she's amazing. She's from Limassol. She was generous, and she said, yes, I will come to support. She's
the director of the Awakened Space in Cyprus, and which is all about branding and digital marketing. So she's going to come also live, and we're going to have the opportunity to interview her.
So what next, Manav?
Yes. So how is the structure? So basically, every morning, 8 o'clock, you come with us on live with one of the coaches. One of the coaches, and you have the opportunity to first to learn a lot of different tools and practice also during the same time, and you have the possibility also to ask questions, and coaches will answer you. Even if you don't answer during the time, they will answer you later on. And even if you decide, if you cannot watch, let's say on the day, and you decide to watch one day backward, once the day afterwards, you still have the possibility to ask your question.
So why is important self-development? What does it mean, self-development?
Well, let me finish with the structure.
You didn't finish? I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
So it's 8 o'clock from Monday to Friday. On Saturday, it's 9 o'clock. And so we leave you a little bit time to sleep, on Saturday. And then after, we're going to have a mastermind at 10 o'clock. And then we have also every week past on Monday evening, we're going to have also practical session on how to implement all of the tools that we learned during the week. And then every Wednesday, we are going to have in the evening at 8 o'clock, one of our special exclusive guests that we just mentioned. So it's going to be a lot of value, a lot of tools. So really, invite you to come and to join us. So, my love, you wanted to say something about what is self-development.
So now you need me, huh?
Yes.
So, what is self-development? Actually, it's self-development is serving yourself. It's what do I mean by this? It's not to go for a lunch in the restaurant. It's not to buy Adidas, or it's not to buy clothes for you. Self-development is to invest in your mind. Did you hear the phrase, you will never rise above the opinion of yourself? You are the person you think you are. What we are going to do here, we're going to help, and we're going to be together as a team, as a peer group, and we're going to rise together. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's not. And let me be honest, it's not going to happen for one day, okay? You're not going to make become a millionaire for 30 days. but you're going to start one road which will bring you the way you want to be. And it's only 20 euro. The 20 euro, they are going for fundraising for the children in Bali. So I need you now. Go on.
Yes, thank you. So tonight we are going actually also to talk about the pain, and this pain is coming from one denominator, which is
It's not about pleasure.
no.
Sorry, all day I have pain with my baby here. Now we're going to talk about the pain again. Let's do it.
So all the pain is coming from this, I am not good enough. And tonight, Mira Kondova, which is going to be one of the coach of the morning community, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about this, I'm not good enough. So where is coming from first? And thank you, Mira, for being with us tonight.
Hi, it's such a pleasure to listen to you. I get so motivated and so enthusiastic. And yes, I'm ready to begin from Monday on. And to join you, it will be such a pleasure. Yes, we've been talking about the pain we all carry within. Every word that you say to yourself, every thought that you think, it's a blueprint. Your mind, your body has to make it come true for you. When you go after your desires, when you go after your dreams, you need all your power with you. And if you choose to say words or to think thoughts that undermine this power, then you will have to stumble. And that's what we want to avoid. We want to be with you as you go after your dream so that we can support you exactly at the right moment, at the right time, with exactly the right resources that you need. Well, it's a common denominator. I'm no good. Having thoughts or having beliefs, having convictions that begin with, no matter how hard I try, I can never get that, or I can never make the money that I aspire to. I cannot keep a relationship. I cannot manage with my weight. I'm no good. Every time I end up rejected, nobody cares about me. These are all patterns that are very common, and they stay behind this belief of I'm not good enough. First, you make your beliefs, and then your beliefs make you. And this takes all of your power away, all of your energy. It's a feeling, and you try to suppress it, you try to repress it, but actually, it's not the feeling that you have to deal with, but with the thought pattern that supports that feeling. And we're going to go in detail about that.
Mira, can I ask you something? From where this is coming, I'm not good enough, and why we need to start with I'm not good enough the first week? Why is so important?
Yes. Well, we all have our early childhood experiences, and as children, we learn what we live. In fact, as children, we're so dependent on our caregivers that we have very little choice and very little power, and with a very little knowing about the world, with a brain faculty that is not yet developed, with no social experience, we just conclude that if, let's say, mama is not around all the time, or papa right now prefers to speak on the phone, but pay attention to me, we conclude that, well, if I was lovable, if I was enough, they would have taken the time, they would have given me the love, the support, the understanding, all the needs that a child have actually stay unmet. And I always say every family is dysfunctional in its own way. It's just not possible to grow up without having a consequence or another from that very human state, development of things. When you are a child, you have experiences that make you form beliefs of I'm not enough. Whether they have been grounded and really had a good reason, or it was just your perception, doesn't matter, because it creates wounds. In fact, I'm not enough is a belief that has been formed from the time where you had unmet needs as a child. And as I said, what are the needs of a child? Like the needs of every human being, it's the need to connect, the need to be praised, the need to feel that you're supported, that you are safe, and that you're loved. And of course, no parent wakes up in the morning with the definite decision, well, today I'm going to mess up the life of my kid. No, but in fact, sometimes it happens, and no parent can avoid it, because parents themselves have some time ago been children with unmet needs, and that's the human story. That's how it goes.
So Mira, is it for everybody? Is everybody has this? Like, even when I grow up, maybe I become a doctor or something. I develop a lot of abilities, and I prove myself. I am enough. So is it for everybody?
Yeah, even when people, even celebrities, even very successful people, they still have an area in which they don't feel completely that they measure up. In fact, sometimes it's even counterproductive, because this doctor, what they reach a point in which they say, look at me now, I have this successful business, I have so much money, but these people, they only search for me because they have a need, because are they coming towards me because of me, or because of the service that I give? Do they love me because of me, or because of the money that I have and I can provide for my family? They're still not sure. That's a very deep belief, and no money in the world cannot heal a feeling. No success in the outer world can cover for the missing points in your inner world. In fact, if you look at Amy Winehouse and with Whitney Houston and so many celebrities, they have taken their own life, because when you become so famous, when you become so successful for the world, in the world, you don't have any more hope left. You say, okay, I have all this success and I still feel broken on the inside. So there is no way out of this. There is nothing more that I can do. I've done my best and I still feel the same pain within. And that's what is actually catastrophic, because you see, the whole world is not enough to convince you that you are enough if it is on the inside. The inside job is a different story, and it's your responsibility. I say always responsibility as an adult to take care of your own stuff before it gets so catastrophic.
Even that's why some people, they have a problem to say no, because when they say no, they're not going to be lovable, and that's why they all the time they accept whatever the people ask them. Can you make me a favor? They say yes. Can you make me a favor? Yes. Can you borrow me money? Yes. And in the end, they take all this luggage with themselves for the price to be lovable. I just had a conversation with a friend of mine who had a problem to say no, and I said, please. He said, I want to take time for me. I said, okay, I want to say no, because I know his problem. He said, no. He said, listen, I love you. Take care of yourself. He said, I love you too. But he have this kind of issue to say no to the people, because he will not feel lovable.
Yes, that is no surprise, because what we learn is what is familiar to us. And if something is familiar, it is going to be kept within your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will stick to it, because that's rule number one. The subconscious mind always will support what is familiar and will fear the unfamiliar, because in the experiences that this person has been through, and they learned, and they feel so familiar with just putting up and keeping low profile. So for them, that is the truth, because we confuse what is familiar with what is real, because that's how our subconscious mind works. We always believe, we identify with the familiar, and it's not coincidental that it's familiar comes from family. So the experiences that this person had in their early upbringing in the family has taught them that keeping a low profile, keeping your mouth shut is good for your survival. Maybe they had a parent who was too authoritative, or maybe they have just learned that if they don't voice out their desires, there is peace in the family. A child will do anything to keep the family happy, because a happy family means survival. It means, I'll be supported, I'll be safe, and I'll get my needs covered. And so the first thing is not to blame yourself. If you observe a behavior that you don't like, it's because it has become very familiar to you. And as I say, the mind will always fear the unfamiliar, because it hasn't proven yet to be functional, to keep you safe, to make you survive.
But even I think the fear is bigger when you are not good enough, because you do so many things, and you get the fear, I'm not good enough, and I will lose the love. My love, can you say something?
Yes, I was thinking, how can we change this? Is it possible to change this? I am not good enough.
Yes, I mean, to change a feeling, you have to look at the thoughts that provoke it, and to change the thoughts, you have to look at what is it in your particular life, in your very privately yours upbringing, what experiences did you have, what memories can you go back to, so that you can get this aha moment. It's like a light bulb that is going to make the unconscious yet more conscious for you, so you become aware of what you haven't been aware. Because the first thing that we notice is a feeling, and you say, oh, I feel like it's not comfortable, but I don't really know why. There is no logical reason for me. I know I'm an intelligent person. I know I have had successes before, but when I'm now taking the first step towards a new venture, something that it's my heart's desire, I still feel like it's so uncomfortable. I'll better postpone. I would not do it. Because you have to figure out where, when, how, why you had this experience that made you conclude, that made you think, that made you believe that something about you is wrong and you don't measure up. And the thing is, the subconscious mind keeps that experience as if it happened yesterday, because it cannot make a difference between what is familiar and what is real, or what serves you or what doesn't serve you anymore. That's why, to answer your question, you have to go through a work with a therapist, or with a work with a coach, through a work that will guide you to go and revisit, reassess, reaccess your own archive of memories, experiences, and to analyze. It's called, by the way, hypnoanalysis. It's called hypnoregression. It's a way, it's one of many ways, but it's a very effective way for you to see, to become aware, aha, that's what I did as a child. And what I always make my people, my clients repeat is, this is not me. This has never been me. This will never be me, because I'm not that child anymore. It's just like you making new choices now, because understanding gives you the power to do so. You don't know what you don't know until you come to know.
What if okay, I work on myself and I know I start to feel good enough, but in my environment every day something is reminding me that I'm not good enough, like in my family, they're trying to point out this, how can I go out of this cycle?
Yeah, you cannot prevent other people from reacting the way they would react. You cannot change outside environment. Practically, that's mission impossible for everyone. But the good news is that what you can always control is your inner environment, and it's the way you respond that counts. What I'm saying is that the same triggers that you used to have will not trigger you anymore, because you do not identify anymore with that very particular belief. Because now you can just look at it and say, yes, that is what I used to believe, and that is how I used to think and how I used to feel, but that's exactly what it is, the way I used to. Because people, it's not events, it's not circumstances that affect us. It is the meaning that we give to people, circumstances, and events that that affects us. And you can change the meaning because of this new awareness, because now you as an adult can make a new choice, because you're not that kid anymore, and you're not going back to live in the emotional world of that kid. You update, you upgrade that child to live in your emotional world of today, where everything is available to you and you have the power because you choose to believe. You are becoming your loving parent. You don't depend on the parents. They might be alive, they might not be alive, but they are who they are, and there is nothing to change about that. And as I said, that's not to blame the parents. That's not to blame the surroundings, the other people. Everybody has to carry their own emotional luggage. In fact, we are much more privileged because our generation works on the emotional luggage much more than our parents had ever the chance to do so. So that's what I'm saying. It's not what happens. It's the meaning, the interpretation that you give to it that actually has an effect on you. And it's up to you to choose how you're going to interpret that. And the more you're free from the emotional luggage of the past, the more empowered you will be to meet your needs. You're not that child anymore. You can meet your own needs as an adult today.
Do you want to say that when we heal, when this program, the people they heal this, I'm not good enough and I'm enough, they understand that they are enough, we are enough. Do you think after this we're gonna live the life on our terms?
Yes, what people usually tell me after the session, I say, how do you feel? And they say, oh, I feel light. And when you have this, when you disconnect, you cut this connection from what you used to be or who did you believe to be, and you can clearly see that it has never been loving to you. It has never actually been completely true. And whatever it was is not serving you. And you see why, you see where. And then you have this dialogue with your parents, with the perpetrators in your life, with everyone that caused you suffering, disappointment, pain. Then you kind of take your own power back, because you say, now I can clearly see. There was a song, very famous song, I can see clearly now, the pain is gone. I see no obstacles on my way. And I always make my clients to choose a song afterwards and to listen to that song, because it's like writing a new script. Because when you have overwritten the old stuff, there is a blank sheet paper in front of you. You can start now with everything that you want, because you're never, ever, not even in your wildest dreams, going to think the same thoughts, believe the same beliefs that are no longer serving you. You saw it, you understood it, you released it, you're light, you're free. You actually are empowered now to think empowering thoughts and to sustain empowering beliefs, because that child is actually under your protection. You're not expecting protection from the world. You're not waiting for the world to meet your needs. You are the one that's going to meet your needs now.
So so now we're going to work on this, and I'm becoming more confident. Is it going to change anything in my financial situation, in my career? How is it going to work?
Yeah, if when you have no more blockages in how it works. Okay, you have thoughts. Your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings actually influence your actions. Your actions determine your results, and your results come back to confirm your initial thought. For example, let's say somebody has the thought, I'm not capable of making more money. The feelings that such a thought, such a belief produces is usually anger or helplessness, hopelessness, in any other way, blockage. And the action that comes out of this is I will either postpone or just overlook or just in any other way sabotage my own actions, because this feeling will not gonna let me to be within the present moment and to use the opportunities when they come, or in any other way sabotage me. And the result will be that I will fail again. And looking at that newly created result, what is this going to do? It's going to reaffirm my initial belief that, well, I told you so. I'm not good at creating the money that I aspire to. This is what we call looping thoughts. It's like a closed circle, and it will continue run your life and your life experience, and you will believe that this is karma or reality, or until you stop, you look inside and say, okay, let me see now, where does this feeling come from, and what is the belief that supports it? Because you cannot change your feelings are very real, but you can change the beliefs. Your beliefs, in fact, are yours to change. That's your job.
Great. So we're not going to say more. Let the people come, join. And for those who didn't still buy the ticket, just €20 take from your pocket. Take your cards. Don't hesitate. It's €20. It's like 4 coffees in Starbucks or Costa Coffee or Nero. And it's going to be 1 full month.
Yeah, we try to make it, the most affordable, so maximum of people can benefit, from this opportunity. So it's a great opportunity. So we hope that you're going to take it.
Let me tell you why these famous people, they decide to come, and all the coaches, they are here. They are here because of the cause to serve. And when we invite them and they understood what it's all about, she always cut me. My wife, she always cut me. This is not my sister, it's my wife. All the time when I talk, she... Okay, my love, go on.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna argue after.
So, yeah, all of them are coming here, will be coming to the morning community to support, because they understand that, especially now in this time, we need to support each other and to race together. And so really take this opportunity. It's really huge opportunity for you, a huge gift. And so do this gift for yourself and come and join and come every morning and ask your question, participate fully, and you will see how much results you're going to get.
Participate in your life, not in someone else's life. Serve your life, not someone else's life, so you will be more lovable. All right? That's me. Krasimir Tsvetanov, live from CNBC, WC.
Okay. So thank you very much for all of you. Thank you, Mira, again.
Welcome. My pleasure.
See you next week, by the way.
See you. Can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I'll cut my hair. Bye.
Bye. Have a lovely evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.